Hello, everybody.
Hey, we're here with Tom Green as he finally gets some food in his gullet.
Yeah, it's important. A healthy breakfast. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. Well, great to be talking to you today. So happy to be, here on the site, and glad you're showing everybody, telling everybody about what I'm doing. It's exciting. I'm on my first world tour, traveling all over the country right now. And then we're going to Australia, Scandinavia, Canada. I do my first ever world stand-up comedy tour. I'm very excited about it.
And when you tour, you go first class all the way, right?
Not really, no. I mean, it's pretty down and dirty tour, to be honest with you. Punk rock. It's like a punk rock show. There's some t-shirts after the show, come on out, buy a t-shirt. It's fun. Filming lots of funny stuff on the road, and we're flying. So that's nice,
So we were talking about flying by the seat of your pants.
Oh yeah.
Which is something we both seem to do.
Yeah, your camera ran out of batteries. Completely understandable. That's what cameras do, right? I mean, cameras run out of batteries all the time. That's the nature of batteries. Yeah. If they lasted forever, then there wouldn't be very much of a battery industry.
No, there wouldn't.
It would be the end of the battery industry as we know it. We'd all just buy one battery and power everything on the planet off of it for the rest of our lives. Can you shoot me from a little higher though? I prefer that angle.
Oh really?
Yeah, kind of like that.
If I go even higher,
tilt it down a little though. Tilt it. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
That's nice. Thank you.
Well, we are at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here not because I'm performing here this weekend, but because it's blocking the snow. Yeah, I'm performing at Comics this weekend. It's a great comedy club in New York. Very excited. It's my first weekend headlining in New York City. It's a blast. I'm excited about it. I'm on a world tour, traveling all over the world. Going to Australia in April. And we're going to be doing, we just came from Nashville, Houston, Atlanta, Marco Island, Florida. Been on the road for 6 weeks. I haven't been home. Road warrior.
How is it being outside of the house? Because normally you do your show in your house.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm not used to being out of the house because I built a television studio in my living room, a Webovision studio, and I've been doing the show there for 3 years, getting used to not leaving the house. So this is kind of part of the reason why I really am excited about doing this tour. I just needed to figure out a way to get out of LA, man. It's driving me nuts. I don't know. It's like the weather's nice, but it's good to. I just kind of feel like you can kind of get sucked into the system in Los Angeles and forget about what we actually got into doing comedy for, which was making fun of the system, not becoming part of the system.
Right.
So it's nice to just get out to the real world, hang out with some real people. Get up in front of real audiences, not these fake audiences. Los Angeles, you do a show, when you do a television show, everybody in the audience is getting paid to come to the show. They're used to going to all these crappy shows, laughing fake laughs. It's pathetic. It's time to get out there into the world, see what's going on.
Well, one thing that's going on, knowing that you're from Canada, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the Winter Olympics.
Yeah,
which are having in Canada.
Just point that out there.
No, you're good. How much of it have you been watching so far?
What do you like? Is it better like that? Yeah. Tell you where you want to do it?
From being directed by Tom Green during Tom Green's interview.
So you can do it like this.
How much of the Olympics have you watched?
I've been trying to watch it when I can. Because the thing is, I canceled my television, my cable television, but I'm on the road now, so I'm in hotels, and in the hotels, they have TVs, right?
They do.
So
normally.
I've been watching quite
the
a
good
bit.
ones.
I've been watching quite a bit of stuff, when I get a chance. I'd like to watch more. I like the Olympics. I think the Winter Olympics is actually my favorite Olympics. Not into the Summer Olympics. Okay. Running. How's running a sport?
How much of that comes from being from Canada?
A lot of it, I grew up playing hockey, grew up in the snow, Actually was at the Winter Olympics a few years ago in Torino, Italy, and got to do some reporting on that for Jay Leno's show, for the Tonight Show. So that was a lot of fun. So it's nice. I snowboard myself. I like watching snowboarding. So, but we're working pretty hard here on the road, though. It's not a lot of time to sit around and watch TV, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
It's we're doing radio interviews every day, web interviews. And, we got to sell tickets. Go to tomgreen.com, and where it says World Stand-Up Comedy Tour, click on that to see all the tour dates. And then wherever you are in the world, come see us. We're coming to you. We're going to come to your area, maybe your state or your town. But, if we're within a couple of 100 miles of you and you're watching this, I mean, you pretty much have to get in your car and come see the show, right? How sad would that be if you were watching this, we were a couple 100 miles from you this year, and you didn't come to the show? You'd feel like a missed opportunity for both of us. You and me.
Or if you watch this video the day after,
yeah, that'll be
Tom was in your city.
Well, I'm going to be going all around, I plan on touring all around the next... I really think I'm going to be doing this for the next couple of years. I'm loving it. I'm having such a great time. Something I've really wanted to do my whole life. I've been sort of procrastinating, putting it off, waiting for the right moment. I'm not sure what you would say, but right now I'm just having a great time, and it's been going so well.
What told you that this was the right moment to break out your stand-up chops on North America?
Partly it's because I was busy, for the last, certainly when I first started my show on MTV, it would have been fun to do then, but, I was working on the show and doing things like that. And then 3 years ago I started my web show. I tend to focus on things really heavily when I do something. And so I started the web show. I really could spend the last 3.5 years really just focusing on building the studio, making everything work really good at tomgreen.com, getting that thing going. And it just seemed like I wanted to change things up a bit this year. But outside of that, it's also just kind of, I feel like I'm kind of at a time in my life where it's good, I'm a little bit older now, obviously. We're all getting older, and, I'm 38 years old now. I've been through a lot more, experiences, ups and downs, illnesses,
And most of that's been documented on video.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like I'm a lot more comfortable in my own skin now. I know who I am as a person. I think that's important when you're doing stand-up comedy, to really kind of have that confidence on stage. And when I did stand-up when I was a teenager in high school in Canada. And I'd go up. I was doing stand-up twice a week at the Yuck Yucks Comedy Club in Ottawa. So really kind of passionate about it. But I was 15, 16, 17 years old. Too young to really be able to actually pull it off the way it's meant to be done, When you're younger than the audience, you have to have a certain amount of authority, I guess, over...
And life experience as well.
Life experience over what you're talking about.
Young stand-ups tend to talk more about pop culture references.
Yeah. People who have watched some of the movies like Freddy Got Fingered. Freddy Got Fingered kind of developed into a real exciting thing for me, because it's developing this and has this cult following now that's really kind of something that's just sort of happened in the last couple of years, I mean, when it first came out, it was sort of all the critics kind of piled on and said the same thing, this is gross or whatever, this is bad or whatever they said.
Not enough cold cuts, too many cold cuts.
Yeah, well, the point of the movie was to make the craziest movie that, ever made and kind of smash the cookie-cutter comedy formula into a million pieces. And I think people are starting to recognize it because I do my shows now and I talk about, I do a couple of scenes, I reenact a couple of scenes from the movie, and people sort of start shouting out their favorite scenes and their favorite lines from the movie, and it's really fun. So it's been going great. Go to tomgreen.com. Follow us on the road. We'll be shooting videos and posting them all around the world as we travel around this year. And come to one of the live shows. Support the channel. Support independent broadcasting. Support this broadcast and this website. Come see us on the road. Rock and roll.